Yo, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. Happy Sunday. It's still morning out here in Colorado, so it might be noon where some of you guys are at there. See, we got Snyder in the chat here. How's it going, Captain? We got Keith from Goraphobe over here. Go check Goraphobe out, guys, if you haven't already. Chad, what you doing, you sexy son bitch? Stirring shit up already? It's even earlier where you are, man. uh, so yeah, it's just another average Sunday, just kind of a little impromptu, whatever. I kind of premeditated this one initially. Sorry, moving the mic. Uh, Real quick, how does everything sound? I obviously can't hear the stream right now, but this one was originally not going to happen like at all. There were some developments outside of the little small screen, if you will, that sort of good. Thank you, guys. But yeah, there were some developments that sort of forced my hand, so to speak. So it's like, you know what? Let's stream on this day. If you know, you know. So I figured, why not? Just wanted to do a little hangout, maybe drop some breadcrumbs and shit. Speaking of said breadcrumbs, I did announce this. What was it, about a week ago, week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks now? A couple things that I have going on. Of course, there's the film project and the upcoming October bit. I'm gonna play those again because those fucking previews I just absolutely love. I'm proud of what I did with those. Got to toot your own horn now and again, right? So yeah, the October 31 days of October. In my first year back in 2020, I tried to do something like that where it was going to be a video a day. I had no idea what I was doing back then, and that I think I only got like 26 videos done out of that. Epic failure, I felt. But kind of going into this year with a lot more preparation. It's not the most unique idea. It's basically a self celebration of the H45 event. Let's pull that up real quick. Where the fuck did I put that? Too early to be swearing.
Do you know why we celebrate Halloween? A long, long time ago, it was a night of great power. When the days grew short, all across the land, huge bonfires were lit. Oh, there was a marvelous celebration, and they dressed up in costumes, hoping to ward off the evil spirits, especially the boogeyman.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that there. That is going to, of course, based off the whole idea there. It's my own isolated H45 event. It's going to be starting off with probably the most predictable thing, the third time I've done this particular video. But that's going to kick off with this here. Third look at the immortal classic, John Carpenter's Halloween. I'm still pretty proud of the first attempt I made at it. Even more proud of the looking at it as solely a John Carpenter film, not a part of the series. I'm pretty proud of that. But this time I got to look at it as an anniversary piece. You never get enough Halloween, right? But yep. Yeah, dude, I swear I swear that I swear in my dreams, I'm sure of it. Like, I'll probably be down here sleeping and it's like, oh, fuck that. You know, I think we all do that. Yep. But yeah, the figured take the third stab at the Halloween review. Naturally going to be going over all 13 films. Good part of that is because I missed out on reviewing the last two. And it's like, if you're going to review those two, you might as well go back and redo the first 11. So going to be covering those. Got a few of the videos done already. Yeah, it's kind of a cheat, but got to make sure the stuff's out on time, right? But it's going to be some fun content, I'm sure. If you like it, you're going to like it. If you're one of those people like me, you can't get enough Halloween, it's going to be one of the channels to tune into for sure. There's going to be a lot of fun there. It's going to be a lot of rankings. That's kind of like the big sort of heads up there. Do I have the little itinerary over here? It's all the way over there. I'm not going to run for that, but it's going to be taking a look at characters, moments, all the fun stuff. I'll probably set up a whole debrief video for it. So I feel like that's hey, the main reason why I didn't finish that 2020 one is because I just bit off more than I could chew. Now 2021, however, that was a whole yeah. That was a debacle there. But you know, those reasons are actually part of a whole overarching situation here. Again, if you know, you know. It's you could say it's my villain arc, quote unquote there. But yeah, you know, there was a certain direction actually where I was going to be putting some money that I spent over the last few days or week more so. I was going to be buying happy things and stuff, you know, but something fell through there. So I decided, you know what, instead of putting, I'm going to stop beating around the bush. Basically, my lady and I had to call shit quits because shit went south. So as to not beat around the bush, instead of spending money on her birthday there, which is what today is, which is why I would not have done this normally. Hey, thanks, Trash. How you doing, man? But yeah, I decided let's splurge a little bit and get some shit that I felt I don't really need, but it's gonna look sexy on the shelf, right? Which brings me to this here. Some recent pickups. Walmart, Amazon, or otherwise, more shelf space needed. Now, some of this stuff I did share on some of this on Killer Flicks not too long ago. But some recent pickups here. Got the Midsommar. I remember wanting to check this little fucker out when it came out. Like the whole idea of the going to like Norway or wherever to celebrate those old sort of pagan holidays or whatever. It's always one of those subjects that I found sort of conceptually fascinating there. Picked up an oldie. Got Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. And that's one I'm still looking forward to watching there. I read about that in a magazine a few years ago. Celebrating like the 50 scariest movies of all time or 100 years of horror, something like that. House of Wax, got the Scream Factory here. The slipcase I actually have in a box where I keep most of those preserved. But actually dropped a review for this one yesterday. That was a lot of fun there. It was a first time watch too. It took like freaking 20 years to get around to that one. Gonna try and do a speed run here, guys. Don't really do hauls a lot. God damn, there's so much here. So it was at the beginning of the month. I was actually over on Keith's channel there. There was one movie he recommended that I check out, and I picked that up. That's going to be the final terror right here. I'm going to have to go back and watch like the end of that stream just so I can pick up that whole list there. But this one seems pretty interesting there. And I've heard it's already been like compared to something like Madman, which I haven't seen that one either just yet. So probably going to do that. And Zodiac had mentioned something about a film. Picked this up, Campfire Tales. I'm almost embarrassed to say how much I spent on this little fucker. It's almost $40. But you know, shit gets pretty pricey sometimes, you know. This next one, I almost bought this one on Blu-ray, and I'm like, I am not about to spend $70 on a Blu-ray. Especially not for this little fucker. But it occurred to me that, yeah, you can get the DVD. I first saw this one in a multi-pack, and this is just one of those really fucking sick early 80s slasher films. Fucking good, dirty exploitation right to the core. Perfectly rotten. This one here, I'm probably going to get some shit for this one. Thanksgiving, the complete series. Bought this at the suggestion of a viewer, and I figured, yeah, why not? I was only going to want to get the first one. I'm like, I'm not going to spend money on Thanksgiving 3, but it's like, you know, there's a 2-pack, might as well get it, right? How's it going, Gareth? How you doing, man? Then there's also these that I actually got from a friend out here in the neighborhood. Picked up a couple from him. Got one here, Pandorum. And it's funny, I was sort of reading the back of this one, and I actually remember seeing this one when it came out. This one I remember was kind of a weird, almost kind of like Alien, if I remember correctly, but it had like its own kind of vibe too. It's been a while since I saw that one, but was like, oh yeah, I just saw the names Dennis Quaid and Ben Foster. Like that's some shit right there. And then this little interesting film here, WrestleManiac. Like I just kind of saw the name of it. I'm like, I don't care what the hell's going on with this one. But yeah, this one just sounds too insane. You got freaking Rey Mysterio basically playing a wrestler, naturally, who rips the faces off of people. It's like, dude, you have me sold on that shit. But the big purchase here, the big sort of, it's almost like capturing the white whale. It's like capturing the off-white orca. Now, you guys have heard over the last couple of years, I have lamented and bitched and moaned and cried like a bitch about not being able to have obtained the glorious Halloween box set by Scream Factory. I have atoned for that mortal sin. It's funny because it's Sunday. But picked up some of the 4Ks for Halloween, the Scream Factory ones there. Got those fuckers all up to date. Wow, trying to knock the mic off. But I have them out of the slipcases right now. The slipcases are up on the shelf, but got the whole set 1 through 8 right now. I'm just happy I got those, and I almost didn't get them. It was actually shooting the shit with Chris there, and he'd recently picked those up. I'm like, you know what? That's what I need in my life, because if I miss out on them this time, there is no hope for me going forward. So, you know, it's like having the Scream Factory box set from a few years ago without having the box set. Exactly. Just like you said there, it might as well be the box set. Once they get the zombie ones and the Blumhouse trilogy, those will be complete. Naturally, you guys know I'm not using the modern art. for the front there. Going with the old covers. Always adored this artwork there. It's just fucking beautiful. Yeah, that's actually what I was looking at. I was kind of comparing the two there. And oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's one of those ones I'm pretty interested in checking out there. Haven't watched it yet, obviously, but as soon as I get a moment on that, I'm definitely going to check it out. Got the next few days off, so gonna try and get that snuck in there. But yeah, got all these. I'm gonna set these down because I don't trust them on my lap. I do like that they moisten the lap, but if I keep them there too long, they're gonna end up falling off because a certain inclination. Terrible joke. But yeah, that does lead to the whole notion, I guess, of where the fuck is it? Upcoming content. So, upcoming stuff, we will be looking, of course, at Campfire Tales. That was actually one of the movies that I put on the poll for what's some upcoming content y'all want to see. So far, I've got half of that poll knocked off. Of course, Campfire Tales, that review is going to be coming out. I might do that similarly to how I did the House of Wax one, which is kind of similar to how I normally do stuff, but it's different enough. So I'm going to try and squeeze that out before we get too close to October. Naturally, the Saw endings ranked. That's going to be a fun one. Probably going to just throw all those in and watch like the last 30, maybe 25 minutes of each one. And just kind of rank those little fuckers there. It's going to be a fun one there. So that's pretty much it as far as like immediately upcoming content. Like as far as stuff that's pre-planned, a lot of stuff I'm going to try and shoot from the hip there. But the other thing too, of course, naturally, still working on this, the channel goal number 2, I believe it was, making a film, Invasion at 406 Maple Lane. Working out some finer details on that. It's funny. It's kind of has the I'm pulling a bit of a Scream 2 thing there, where it's basically the same story for like the first and second act, but I have like 4 different complete third acts sort of planned out. Like it could go one of 4 different ways. These ideas I all kind of came up with over the last few years. Essentially, the idea is that a married couple, recently married, there's potential for pregnancy there. I don't know if I want to go that dark with it, just considering the direction that it's gonna projected to go. I don't know, because it really describing the 4 different third acts there, I will end up compromising the secrecy there, the excitement of going in blind for you guys. But it's gonna be very much in the vein of those 70s exploitation sort of films, very much playing into the classic home invasion style, with, of course, that naturally modern edge. But that's something I'm really looking forward to getting out there. Probably going to start working a little heavier on that after this year's over, or at least putting more effort into it in November. But as of right now, it's still in the writing stage. The script is coming along a little bit slowly, but with the heavy workload and a full-time job and all that, juggling 3 different things there, it's relatively tricky, but we make things work, don't we, guys? So that's going on there. Let's play that little teaser one more time, though, because that's, again, hate to toot the horn, but I'm pretty proud of how that came out. Yeah, that one I'm really excited about there. Uh, like I said, I'll probably wait till after October's over so I can put a little more time into that one there. Not really going to slow down the too much, but it's definitely going to slowly start eking its way to the forefront of sort of the agenda. I hate to say agenda anymore, but it's going to be moving more forward on the whole to-do list rather. Yes, I did get that. I think I pre-ordered that. I didn't get the one with the poster, but I got that box set there. That was I remember the freaking bitch of a time I had doing the unboxing video on that one. Freaking I know when I was unboxing it, I think I made it to like part 8 before my phone died, and cuz I was recording it from my phone initially. And my phone died when I hit part 8, so I'm like, "Oh shit." So it, if you end up ever going back to rewatch that, you'll totally see a quick dip in quality there and sort of a change in attitude. But yeah, I did get that Friday the 13th box set. That thing that that was definitely one of those ones where it's like I'm going to grab that before it pulls a Halloween and dips out on us there. And so far no signs of it wanting to dip out, so I don't know. I feel like they just sabotaged me there, but I'm glad I got that one. Uh, Still looking forward to seeing if Scream Factory is gonna pleasure us with a Nightmare on Elm Street box set next year. I've been sort of shouting from the hilltops about that, so I'll be the first to admit I was wrong if they end up not doing that for the 40th anniversary there. But if they do, that's even better. But if not, I will gladly accept defeat on that. Well, not so gladly, but you get the idea. What else was I going to touch on here? Yes. Just gonna let that one roll there. I don't have any pre-planned cryptic poetry, but if you read what's going on down there, there's some hints about what could be going on. Grabbing those Chucky movies for that exact same reason. Yeah. It's like sometimes they stop running some stuff, and then there's some stuff where it's like they seem to have an infinite amount of copies of certain films. And that is one reason why not all of them are through Scream Factory, but the old Hammer films, namely the Frankenstein and Dracula sets, I'm trying to pick those up. And naturally, Scream Factory doesn't have all those out. So that's like one time where I won't get too nitpicky about a series being from different distributors, just because there's like weird different licensing rights there. But trying to accumulate all the Hammer Dracula and Hammer Frankenstein films. Yeah, because those are pretty good from what I've seen of those. So I'm looking forward to topping those off. And the Dario Argento collection, trying to get all those on Blu-ray. Trying to stick with the Arrow releases as best as I can, but it's not easy. Some of them are not all on there. I mean, if we look here, like this one, fucking Opera, I had to pick this one up from Amazon Italy. It's just through the Cult Films label. But that was probably the farthest I've had to reach to get a copy of a film. Uh, the Synapse release there for the Phenomena. Same with Suspiria there. Got the Arrow for Deep Red. You can never go wrong with Arrow too. Arrow's pretty freaking great. Dude, 100% on that. And this is probably the most interesting one in the whole collection is the Four Flies, the Shameless release there. The whole thing about the yellow case, that just tickles me in all kinds of funny ways. But I don't know what exactly was the point I was getting at there, but yeah. Oh yeah, about Scream Factory, I think, trying to jump on that before they put stuff out of print. Yeah, you can't always stick to Scream Factory, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, Scream Factory and Arrow, man, they know just how to get us to spend our money, man. They got a formula down and they know how to work it. But yes, yeah, you were absolutely right there, Gareth. Like 100%. That is something that I do think about too every time I'm sort of putting my mind to that. It's like, yeah, now's actually a very good time on that, ain't it? Just because, if they're not doing anything out there in the movie capital of the world, why not make your own? Of course, it'll be a non-union project, but it won't be like freaking Mighty Morphin Mispractice there. uh, man, I crack myself up sometimes. I hate it, but yeah, 2024 though the plan's there. Naturally, working on Invasion at 406 is going to be part of the 2024. I don't know if I'm gonna revisit Nightmare next year. I probably should because those reviews are probably not so good by my current standards. Like if you watch those compared to what I'm putting out now, that's probably a like salt and peppers worth of difference there. Weird analogy, but probably very what do you call it? Yeah, very big change in quality, I'm sure. But yeah, 2024. What could possibly be going on in 2024? Well, you will only have to follow the little trail of breadcrumbs. You follow those crumbs to the vacant lot once at the house of the living dead. There, you will find something beneath the brick and mortar, and it will lead you to a new world of horror. Through these, you will see something new. Seen before? Perhaps, but different. Cryptic and weird. That was very much supposed to be cryptic and shit, but yeah, there's something you'll see later. If you've been around long enough, you know exactly what like 30% of that means, and that's really all you need to know right now, guys. But yeah, there's that's like the top half of something. Oh, we have an assistant here. Well, Chris says, hello. I'm not even going to attempt the Jigsaw voice. I'll do like the spiral version. I can't even do that right, but hello. I want to play a game. In order to get more answers to Dan's cryptic message, tune in to the Movie Misfits Network at 9 o'clock. 8 at 8 o'clock. See, I'm reading too fast. At 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Go on to Movie Misfits Network. You guys know where that's at. Yes, that's be a fun little shindig over there. Pop in over there a little later, see what Chris has going on. It's gonna be a fun time, ain't it? But yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched Spiral. I still haven't revisited that one since it came out. Which is kind of one thing that made my whole Saw ranking kind of silly. Is like, yeah, I haven't really visited these, but based off of what I know, but yeah, I appreciate that, man. I know it was kind of a more nasally, a lot less guttural, but like I'm not really the voice guy. It hurts my throat when I try to do voices sometimes. But yeah, I think that really kind of covers most of really what's going on right now. So to sum it all up, if you happen to just be tuning in right now, just kind of had to talk about how the movie project is still in the works going forward. That's going to be taken a lot more seriously come November and further into next year. Hopefully, I could probably once I get the script done, it'll probably mostly be shot here in Colorado, just because I can't afford to travel. And yeah, the real big spending on that really, I think, is going to be finding the proper house to really portray the house in the film. Naturally, staffing actors for it, but it's going to be a small cast, kind of a intimate film. So that part's going to be pretty easy, but therein do kind of lie the challenges of finding the talent, people who will want to work for not the highest amount of money. It's like, hey, this ain't going to be up for Oscar nods any time soon. You know, it's not going to be that kind of prestige pastiche art film or whatever, you know. So that's kind of going to be the easy challenge there, as it were, and then just kind of getting the right equipment, really. But that's really the only challenges that lie ahead for 406 right there. Let's try to use these banners to keep my thoughts organized here. Yeah, and again, 31 Days of October, Volume 2, 45 Years of Halloween. I've kind of already toted enough about that, but that's in development right now. We're working on those. That's going to be, again, just a lot of fun. I'm hoping that really uh, I had to read that like 3 times before I understood what the hell that meant there. Yeah, how much did he make off of that? Because I know he made a lot. Like, he's like one of the highest paid actors, like top 5 highest paid actors or something, or even if not the highest paid actor from doing that. Like, I don't really follow a lot of the industry stuff. It's just again, time. It's time. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, but you know, numbers are one of those things that I don't. I understand numbers, but sometimes there's just too many damn numbers playing. But yeah, the H45 thing, it's sort of my own way to celebrate that. Uh, Again, I was definitely looking forward to doing that. Like, once I kind of started doing the math for it, you know, it was like sometime last year during my hiatus there, I'm thinking, you know, if I do ever get the channel back, I want to do something big and special for the 45th anniversary of Halloween. So that's really kind of where that comes from. I didn't know at the time that they were going to have, you know, a big celebration for it. Like, I should have known better though, because that's just how things go. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. Again, I'm probably not going to be the only one doing it. There's probably going to be way bigger channels doing the same thing, but I will take solace in knowing that I totally had this idea pretty early on. I'm not trying to say that I was the first to have the idea by any stretch, but I definitely going to be putting a lot of effort into that. Uh, yeah, looking forward to getting that out there. Again, there's going to be hopefully some special guests throughout. I know there is one confirmation there that has already been done. Has it been done or will it be done? Remains to be seen, right? So yeah, there's that. At this point, I'm just rambling, man. I fucking hate drinking too much coffee sometimes, but I love the way it tastes. So yeah, that's really it. Basically, the Halloween. God damn. The October 31 Days of October, Volume 2, 45 Years of Halloween Celebration. That is a very long name. The Invasion at 406 Maple Lane. That's still going to be going on. Some one-off content. Potentially crashing the party over at the Movie Misfits channel tonight, so be sure to check that out. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be some fun there, kids. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Chris. Spooky season is so damn close. You can smell it in the air. Can't quite feel it yet. It's still too fucking hot. So that's kind of the problem there. Yeah. And then some one-off content really going to be coming up. I hate to say one-off content, but stuff that's not part of like a big series. Naturally, after spooky season's over, I'll probably be picking back up on the John Carpenter series on with again. Memoirs of an Immortal Man. That one, I'm not sure what I'm getting myself into. That's going to be a first time watch on that one. But yeah, gonna try and maybe cut a proper debriefing video to sort of let people know what's the itinerary for the Dirty One Days of October, 45 Years of Halloween. Originally, I was going to call it 45 Years of Myers, but I'm like, well, that sort of discounts the efforts of Halloween 3 if I called it that. And that's kind of one of those things too. Anytime somebody wants to do something big where they want to look at the whole franchise and they want to call it the something or other of Michael Myers, it's like, but what about Season of the Witch? Are we just going to bone that fucker and put it to the side? It's like, are we going to be Dr. Dan Chalice and say, hey, later, Susan, you take the kids, I'm going out fishing with Ellie there, fucking excuse me. You gotta take accountability and show Halloween 3 the love that it rightfully deserves. And Halloween Ends. Thank you guys. But yeah, I don't want to give too much thoughts on the Halloween films as they are really away right now. I mean, you guys kind of know my thoughts on the first 11. And yeah. But anyway, I think that's probably where I'm going to cut this one. I've kind of run out of talking points for the morning. Kind of putting a strain on my vocal cords this early. Again, I need to drink more water and less coffee. But yeah, it's been a fun one, guys. Thanks for popping in, saying hi. Again, check out the Movie Misfits, 8 p.m. There's going to be some fun stuff there, Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be some debriefing what's going on over there. The friendly wrench man, Dan, might be trying to crash some stuff, so we'll see what happens there. Breadcrumbs? Pancakes. Yeah. Pancakes. Yeah. Gonna leave it at that. fucking pancakes.